Hey guys, so obviously October is already over and it's already November, but I want to share with you guys the last of my October depression awareness series. And so I wanted to share with you guys what's on my heart, and I figured that, I'm not only going to be posting during October, so I'm going to share more about mental health awareness and health and things like that at a later time, but at the same time I also want to share some comedy videos. That's why the Halloween video was also released in the middle of this series. But yeah, have no worries, I'm going to be posting more about this, but let's get on with the video. Do I know what I'm talking about? Maybe. Am I a trained professional? No, I am not. Do I care about you guys a lot? Yes, and that is why I'm making these videos, in hopes that perhaps I can help shed some light about any sort of things about depression. Maybe you have it, maybe your friend has it, and hopefully you can do more research on your own. Okay, without any further ado, my next point on why people might not seek help. This was my reasoning why I did not go to therapy until this year, 2018. It was shocking because it felt so normal. Like, I knew something was off, but at the same time, I'm like, this is normal, right? I mean, it's like if you got your leg chopped off. I mean, my leg's constantly been bleeding like this for the past 2 years, 5 years. Like, this is fine, right? Yeah, no. So it's really interesting because, as you guys can tell from these videos and just in general, I am a person who advocates for mental health. Like, go get counseling, yeah. Like, someone says, I have depression, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but thanks for telling me, yeah. Like, I'm all about being proactive and getting the help you need. But when my friend, who is a licensed counselor, licensed professional, spoke to me and was like, hey Tiff, your irregular sleeping patterns are early signs of depression. You should probably get that checked out. And then I was like, what? I was completely shocked. I was like, wait, me? I'm the advocate here. Like, I'm totally okay with people coming to me for help and things like that, but I need help? Are you really? It was surprising to my friend as well as surprising to me, because I was like, wait, I thought I was advocating this. So I'm going to be the first person to tell you that I am a hypocrite, and don't take my words for it, but take my words with a grain of salt. Because yeah, it's a lot easier. I mean, it's hard for me to talk about these things out loud, but it's a lot easier to talk about it than to live in it yourself. And so what I had to do was I had to go through and analyze, okay, like, why am I putting these walls up and like trying to be defensive about like, oh, I don't want to go to the doctor? Because you know why? Because it made it feel more legit. It made me feel like, oh no, I'm a sick person. Like, are people gonna think I'm a crazy town? Like, if they haven't already, like, obviously people don't need to know your medical conditions and all that stuff. And the main thing that my friend brought up to me was, even if these are early stages and maybe it's not anything severe, maybe it's a minor case, or maybe it's nothing, why not go and see the doctor? I think all of my initial resistance against it was I felt embarrassed. I felt vulnerable because it felt like that my life wasn't as in control as I thought it would be. And I think that was also just a really big part of my pride showing. The curtain of my pride was revealed, and I saw the nakedness of, oh wow, internally my life is crumbling. And so after that dust settled down, after a week, my friend told me, hey, if you need help, like, I can help walk you through step by step filling out the forms and things like that. And I'm really, really grateful. I'll tell you guys tips and tricks on what you can do to support a friend in a few videos from now. Those of you who are struggling with something and you don't know, am I depressed? Tiff, like, can you give me symptoms? Can you be my WebMD so that I can self-diagnose? Then I say to you, I cannot. Because you could just do that on Google, but nobody can really diagnose you about what your mental conditions is except for a licensed practitioner. So I know there's like a lot of stigmas, like, oh no, if I go see a doctor, that means it's like legit, like serious, and then my life is over. And I want to tell you that it's not the case. Going to therapy has been super helpful, just having someone to talk to and unload, and someone who is trained to lead these conversations, these types of conversations, and help you sort through your mind. It's not just like, well, what do you think about that? I mean, a lot of it is, but it's been incredibly helpful because, as you'll find out in a few videos from now, it was really hard for me to open up in general and not feeling safe and not knowing how to express myself, because these conversations that go on in my mind, most people around me didn't really have those thoughts, and so it was hard to navigate and know who I could trust to talk about these deeper topics. So it's a lot better to talk with a trained professional. I know money is a concern and things like that, but there are other resources. Again, resources down below. I put down some websites that you could check out for online counseling. And to conclude this very, very long video, I want to tell you that depression is very common. You are not alone if you are somebody who is struggling and suffering. And if you're friends with someone who is struggling and suffering, know that you are not alone. You're not the only person trying to care for them, and the world does not lay on your shoulders. So hopefully this video and me sharing will help share some light, share some insight, so that you guys can start doing some research and know that there's a lot of resources available and you guys can get through this, and there is hope and you can fight through this. And I am praying for you guys, and I hope you know that you are worthy of being alive, that you are so important. I'm so grateful that you are here and that you're so precious. So stay alive. You're awesome. I'll see you guys on the next one. And please share your stories and don't feel ashamed. Do not feel ashamed, because there's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing to be ashamed about. You do you, okay? You're awesome. Thanks for being here. Talk to you guys later. Bye.